Imagine you're sitting by a cozy fireplace on a chilly December evening, the crackling logs casting a warm glow on the walls. In this moment of peace and reflection, it's hard not to think about the enduring tale of Ebenezer Scrooge, that curmudgeonly miser who learns the true meaning of Christmas through supernatural means. But what if I told you there was a modern twist on this beloved story? That's right, we're diving into a fresh take on A Christmas Carol by Anne De Graaf, a journalist and author known for her bold perspectives and unapologetic commentary. Anne De Graaf is no stranger to controversy. She's made waves in the media world with her opinions on feminism, politics, and religion, often challenging conventional wisdom and sparking heated debates. In A Christmas Carol, she brings her unique voice to Charles Dickens' classic, reimagining the story through a contemporary lens that resonates with today's audiences. De Graaf's version of Scrooge is not just an old man who's grumpy about Christmas, he's a modern businessman, a type we can all recognize, someone jaded by years of corporate life, haunted by his own past failures, and disconnected from the world around him. His character is relatable because many of us have known or been that person who's so focused on making ends meet that they forget what truly matters in life. The story takes place during a recession, which adds an extra layer of realism to Scrooge's struggles. Unemployment rates are high, and the economy is shaky, much like it was when this book was published in 2009. De Graaf uses these economic challenges as a backdrop for her narrative, exploring themes of greed, generosity, and the human cost of cutthroat capitalism. But just as Dickens did with his original story, De Graaf delves deep into Scrooge's psyche, showing us how his worldview has been shaped by years of disappointment and loss. His encounters with the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future are not merely supernatural visitations, they're moments of profound introspection that force him to confront his deepest fears and regrets. The character of Marley, Scrooge's deceased business partner who haunts him at the beginning of the story, is given a new dimension in De Graaf's version. Rather than being simply a symbol of Scrooge's greed, Marley's ghost represents the lasting impact our actions have on others, both good and bad. This theme is woven throughout the narrative, urging readers to consider how their choices affect those around them. One of the most intriguing aspects of De Graaf's adaptation is her exploration of the supernatural elements in Dickens' story through a modern lens. Instead of simply accepting the ghosts as magical beings, she invites us to ponder whether these visions might be manifestations of Scrooge's own subconscious mind. This psychological interpretation adds depth to the narrative, making the spiritual journey feel more grounded and relatable. De Graaf also tackles some timely issues in her retelling, including gender roles and workplace dynamics. The ghosts visit a variety of people from different walks of life, highlighting the fact that Christmas is not just about material gifts, but about connections with others, no matter who they are or where they come from. This inclusive approach to the holiday spirit aligns perfectly with De Graaf's reputation as an advocate for diversity and equality. As we follow Scrooge on his journey of redemption, we're reminded of the timeless message at the heart of A Christmas Carol, that it's never too late to change, that forgiveness is possible, and that love can conquer even the coldest hearts. De Graaf's adaptation brings this message into the present day, making it feel as relevant and urgent as ever. In essence, Anne De Graaf's A Christmas Carol is not just a retelling of a beloved story, it's a call to action, an invitation for us to reassess our priorities, reconnect with our communities, and embrace the true spirit of generosity. So, as we settle into this modern take on a classic tale, let's keep an open mind and see what lessons we can learn from Scrooge's journey. And who knows? Maybe, just maybe, it'll inspire us to be a little more like those ghosts, visiting our loved ones with messages of hope and love, reminding them that they're not alone in this world. Alright, so we've dipped our toes into the familiar waters of A Christmas Carol, but Anne De Graaf's adaptation brings a fresh twist to this timeless story. As we delve deeper into her version, it's crucial to explore the key themes and characters that make this adaptation unique and thought-provoking. First off, let's talk about Scrooge himself. In De Graaf's hands, he's not just the miserly old man who hates Christmas. He's a complex figure haunted by his past decisions and deeply troubled by his current life. Scrooge's resentment towards Christmas is intertwined with his grief over his sister Fawn, who passed away years ago. This adds a layer of emotional depth that makes us understand why he withdraws from the world around him. His bitterness isn't just about money or a lack of joy, it's a coping mechanism for dealing with his pain and loneliness. The spirits in De Graaf's adaptation are fascinatingly different too. The Ghost of Christmas Past, for instance, is not merely a guide but a figure of remorse and regret. He shows Scrooge scenes from his youth that highlight how he failed to cherish relationships and moments of joy. This version doesn't shy away from the harsh realities of life in Victorian England, painting a picture of poverty and struggle that makes Scrooge's miserliness seem even more tragic. The Ghost of Christmas Present is depicted as an empathetic being who reveals the stark contrasts between wealth and poverty in society. De Graaf explores the theme of social inequality through this character, showing us how Scrooge's greed impacts not just himself, but those around him. The scene where he visits the Cratchits underscores the importance of family and community support during tough times. It's a powerful moment that forces Scrooge to confront his own isolation. The Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come takes on a more ominous role, revealing potential futures that are bleak if Scrooge doesn't change his ways. De Graaf's version adds nuance by having this ghost show not just one possible future, but several, each reflecting different paths Scrooge could take based on the choices he makes in the present. This multifaceted approach enriches the theme of free will and personal responsibility. Another significant aspect of De Graaf's adaptation is how she reimagines the character of Tiny Tim as a symbol of hope and resilience. In this version, Tim's condition is not just symbolic, but rooted in a realistic portrayal of life for many children during that era. His unwavering optimism in the face of adversity serves as a poignant reminder to Scrooge and us of the importance of maintaining hope even in the darkest moments. The theme of redemption runs throughout De Graaf's adaptation, emphasizing that it's never too late to change one's ways and find happiness. Scrooge's journey is not just about learning to love Christmas, it's about learning to love himself and those around him. His transformation is gradual yet profound, marked by moments of self-reflection and empathy. Moreover, the relationship between Scrooge and his employee Bob Cratchit becomes a central theme in De Graaf's version. Their interactions are imbued with a sense of mutual respect and understanding that grows throughout the narrative. This shift highlights the importance of treating others with kindness and recognizing their value as human beings, regardless of their social status or economic standing. In essence, Anne De Graaf's adaptation of A Christmas Carol invites us to reflect on our own lives and the choices we make. It challenges us to consider how our actions impact those around us and encourages us to embrace compassion, empathy, and hope. By revisiting a classic tale with fresh eyes, she reminds us that the lessons from A Christmas Carol are as relevant today as they were over 150 years ago. The moral lessons embedded within Anne De Graaf's retelling of A Christmas Carol are as profound as they are timeless. De Graaf masterfully weaves together themes of redemption, forgiveness, and personal growth, presenting them in a way that resonates deeply with modern audiences. At its core, the story challenges us to confront our own shortcomings and make amends for past mistakes. Scrooge, the quintessential miserly character, serves as a stark contrast to his reformed self at the end of the tale. His journey from bitter recluse to compassionate philanthropist is not just about changing his behavior, but transforming his very essence. De Graaf emphasizes Scrooge's internal struggle, showing how his initial resistance to change stems from deep-seated fears and traumas. This relatability makes us question our own preconceptions and biases. The ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future act as conduits for self-reflection, each offering a unique perspective on the consequences of Scrooge's actions. The Ghost of Christmas Past takes us back to pivotal moments in Scrooge's life, highlighting missed opportunities and lost connections. It serves as a reminder that our past shapes who we are today and influences our decisions moving forward. Through the eyes of the Ghost of Christmas Present, we witness the impact of Scrooge's choices on those around him. De Graaf illustrates how his selfishness has not only harmed himself, but also those he loves. The ghost's portrayal of Tiny Tim's plight underscores the importance of empathy and compassion in our interactions with others. It challenges us to consider how our actions affect the world at large, urging us to be more mindful of our impact. The Ghost of Christmas, Yet to Come, reveals the grim consequences of Scrooge's unrepentant ways if left unchecked. This haunting vision drives home the message that change is not just desirable, but necessary for a fulfilling life. It prompts readers to reflect on their own future, pondering the legacy they wish to leave behind. Moreover, De Graaf's adaptation adds layers to the traditional narrative, exploring themes of social justice and economic inequality. The plight of Bob Cratchit and his family serves as a poignant commentary on the struggles faced by working-class individuals during the Industrial Revolution and, by extension, today. Scrooge's transformation is not just about personal salvation, but also about advocating for fairness and compassion in society. The moral lessons of A Christmas Carol extend beyond individual redemption to societal responsibility. De Graaf's retelling encourages us to look at our communities with fresh eyes, recognizing the interconnectedness of all lives. It reminds us that true happiness comes from giving rather than receiving, from helping others rather than hoarding resources for ourselves. In essence, A Christmas Carol teaches us that it's never too late to change course, that forgiveness and redemption are always possible, and that love is the greatest gift we can give. De Graaf's adaptation brings these timeless messages to life, making them relevant in a world that often feels divided and cynical. So why should you read this book? Because it offers a powerful reminder of what truly matters in life. In a time when material success often takes precedence over human connection, A Christmas Carol calls us back to our better selves. It challenges us to rethink our priorities, to treat others with kindness, and to see the world through the eyes of those less fortunate. Ultimately, this story is about hope. Hope that even in the darkest moments, there is always a chance for light. It's about recognizing the power we have to make a difference, not just in our own lives, but in the lives of others as well. So, whether it's Christmas time or any other day, take a moment to read A Christmas Carol and let its lessons guide you on your journey towards becoming the best version of yourself.